Grow your customer base. Expand into more.
Targaryens are gone. Burn them all!
Shout out to Tom McDonald, y'all. Let me make sure. Hold up, my bad. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. I just gotta make sure that my audio is working. What up, everybody? I hope all of y'all. All right, the audio is working. All right, like I said, I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble morning. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. Yo, let's talk about it. I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. I will be dropping the link in a minute for anybody that, wishes to come up and, speak, give their thoughts, talk about anything they want to talk about. Y'all more than welcome. But before I do, react to some of these TikTok videos, right? These are random topics. Like on the thumbnail, it says random topics. But I want to speak on Mayor Cheryl Parker, right? A lot of people, have been talking so much about the presidents. My focus is towards the senators, the mayors, the judges, all of them, congressmen, all of them. That's my focus, right? So I want to show y'all this real quick, right? I gotta stop the screen. No, I'm not trying to invite. Let's share the screen, baby. Mayor Cheryl Parker. So if you're from North Philadelphia, this should interest you. On the 20th of this month, there will be, if you're in North Philadelphia, on the 20th of this month, there will be, a small community meeting in different places. One here in North Philadelphia, one in the Northeast, one in South Philly, Southwest Philly. They will be having different community meetings and stuff like that for people to come and, speak their mind, demand what it is that they need for their communities. This is the time when people need to come and speak up, y'all. All right. So let's talk about Mayor Cheryl Parker, right? Now, Mayor Cheryl Parker has been doing what she says she's going to do, right? I got to give it to her. But like I tell people, right, stuff doesn't come free. So if you in Philadelphia, right, the first time I heard about this, I was actually reading the article in a train with my baby pops, right? And he was reading the John to me, and I'm sitting and I'm listening and I'm thinking in my head as he's reading and stuff like that, there's a catch to everything, right? So no matter what they do to try to help us out, there's a catch to everything. For example, right? She's cleaning the streets, she's doing her thing, but while she's doing that, she's raising funds to get these private clinics in to give away free needles and stuff like that. That the one thing that Philly has been fighting against is, I think it's going to actually happen, and it's going to be through this woman mayor. Like, damn, really though? Like, let's listen. Shout out to Cheryl Parker, but it's like, no. I'm telling you, there's a catch to it. You got to read in between them lines. This is how they get us. Let me drop something.
Let me start by saying good afternoon to everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be here on today. We're going to literally sign 3 public safety related bills into law here in our great city of Philadelphia. And from day one, I've been adamant in my promise and my commitment to the people.
Now, I'm doing this because I want to let y'all know, right? Y'all need to stop. All right, I gotta hurry up and vote for who's going to be president. Is it going to be Biden? Is it going to be Joe? Is it going to be Trump? Right? That's why. Shout out to Tom McDonald. I'll put them 2 songs in the beginning. I know I'm gonna have to take them off later. I'll play them again in the end. But shout out to Tom McDonald. He's been bringing awareness to all this political issues that we've been having around us. And you know what's crazy is, regardless of what he's saying, a lot of people's not even paying attention. But yo, his music is reaching a lot of people. Like it's as crazy as it sounds. Yes, it is. Like there are people that, how can I say, are woke, and there are people that are awake. And I hope that doesn't fly over nobody's head. But our focus should be here. The mayors, the senators, the judges, all of them, these people right here are the ones that put these law into play.
Of Philadelphia, that this administration would do everything in its
Blessings, young Riaz, blessings.
power to restore order in our city. And we talked about a framework that was focused on prevention, intervention, and enforcement. We will do everything that we possibly can to build a city that addresses immediate safety concerns and ultimately fosters long term community resilience. I'm proud to be here to sign these three pieces of legislation that will enhance public safety and quality of life in our most vulnerable neighborhoods into law. I want to thank Councilmember Curtis Jones, Mike Driscoll, and Councilmember Lozada for their leadership in championing these bills. And if it's okay for you all to give them a huge round of applause. Today's bill signing signifies our collective commitment to ensuring that Philadelphia is literally a safer, cleaner, and greener city with access to economic opportunity for all. The first bill that you're going to hear me speak about in detail, I want to affirm, is something that the sponsor knows has been a thorn in my side. At gas stations and convenience stores, owners have been installing gambling machines for some time, since I was a member of the body. I'm proud to stand with Councilmember Jones and say that it is not okay to tempt our residents from low and moderate income neighborhoods with opportunities to gamble away their hard earned dollars. It is not okay to give children purchasing candy an opportunity to gamble with their lunch money. It is not okay to create situations where those who are interested in mugging Philadelphians literally wait outside of gas stations in the middle of residential areas to rob people of money that they won illegally gambling. I want to thank you, Councilmember Jones, for pushing forward with legislation that will crack down on this quality of life issue. And, as soon as the bill was passed, I read all of the articles that said this legislation is going to face legal challenges in the court of law.
Mm. So it looks like they have been passed. So they have been approved. Because it says she signed it, right? It says Philly Mayor Cheryl Parker to sign three public safety bills to improve quality of life. So let's find out, what are these bills, right? And will they benefit us here in Philadelphia, or will they not? And what's crazy is, when we listen to them talk, we have to also read in between them lines, y'all. Because I keep telling y'all, there's a catch to everything. I'm gonna keep reacting to her. She there's a longer live to this, so I'm gonna see if I come on later and I'll react to this live. This right here is just a 22-minute portion of that 1 hour and some change live right here. But this portion is where she talks about them three bills that Philadelphia has passed. And you heard her say they've been approved.
Law. And those who serve with me on council know that I wholeheartedly believe that's why we have one of the best law departments and the strongest city solicitor in the Commonwealth. So I want you to know, Councilmember Jones, I am ready, willing, and able. Now I know you've actually visited a court, the appellate court. You didn't care if it was.
Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission from the copyright holder for purposes such as criticism, parody, news reporting, research, and scholarships and teaching. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this video or any video, including the Writers for Life Brings You to Let's Talk About It podcast, do not reflects on the opinions of your shorty Racheal and the members of the Writer for Life podcast. Everything we talk about is allegedly and is our opinion. Our videos are not recommended for minors. Everything we talk about and do is meant for educational purposes and also entertainment. Please keep in mind that the majority of our videos are for educational purposes only. This world is crazy. I would say shady. Ironic, right? Nowadays, you can't trust no one. When you do, niggas be having their panties all in a bunch, thinking that they own one. Saying the things that you accomplished in life is theirs and that you owe them one. Nowadays, your friends turn into enemies and your family members are your biggest haters. Real shit.
Local, state, or federal. If there's something we need to do and a place we need to be to stand up for legislation sponsored by our city, and we need to be there, I want you to know you won't be there alone. Your mayor will be right by your side if we ever need to do that. I want you to know that we support this bill, and on today I am signing it into law. The next is sponsored by Council Member Driscoll, and this is the illegal license plate flipper concept. Councilmember Driscoll, I don't know if you thought about the fact that when you were working on this legislation, it had a direct connection between violence being committed in the city of Philadelphia, especially when there is a getaway vehicle that is usually parked somewhere close to where the crime is taking place, and then somebody is trying to flee the scene, and they employ the use of an illegal license plate flipper. I want to thank you for crafting this legislation, Councilmember Driscoll, to address the use of license plate flipping devices. If you now think that you can commit a crime in the city and evade detection from law enforcement by obscuring your license plate, know now that because of Mike Driscoll's leadership, we will find you. We had to pass the law. He sponsored it. His colleagues supported it. Council got it through the legislative body, and I am going to sign it. If you are operating an auto shop and you're selling and installing these devices, giving people the means to do what I call sow chaos into our city, that ends today using this tool.
Oh shit, whatever y'all doing in them garages better stop, man. I ain't even know that was happening. Snap. I was more worried about, cleaning up the streets, like getting rid of the double parking and, stop all these cars for all these people from having 3 to 4. Like, I swear, like, we need to put numbers in front of the house. Like, 1 car per house. I think one street here in Philadelphia was able to pass it, right? Whereas in now there can't be no double parking, right? 1 block. Let's say 1 block, because we go by blocks here, and every block should have a block captain, but not every block has a block captain, which means it's a leader of their community. But 1 block, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Marshall right around here. And now I think it's supposed to be one car per household. Like if you have more than one car, you better find a garage. So I think more of us should stand up, more leaders of our communities. If you're in Philadelphia, right, like I said, June 20th, there will be small community meetings all over Philadelphia that you could attend. It doesn't matter if you're in North Philadelphia, Northeast Philadelphia, South Philadelphia, Southwest Philadelphia. It doesn't matter on which part of Philadelphia you're in. These meetings are there. You can go speak up, ask, demand for what it is that is needed in your community. See, that's the problem that we're having right now. We're not asking, we're not demanding. See, when you go towards the Northeast and all that, right, of Philadelphia, you would consider that the richer side of Philadelphia, right? And I'm not gonna go by no damn skin color like people do, because it's mixed up there too. There's black people, there's white people, there's Puerto Ricans, there's Dominicans, there's Chinese in there, there's Mexicans in there. The whole community is mixed up too. But they just got a bigger bag than us in the hood. Sorry to say, and a lot of them got more resources, like the Section 8, the housing, the funds, and all this. But see, that section over there demands. You go towards the Northeast, it's so much cleaner over there than what it is over here. But you know what? People don't want to come to these meetings. Those meetings, right, where you can actually see this lady right here that is speaking on the TV screen talk to you in person, face to face. Let's continue.
As Councilmember Driscoll has been saying, these 007 devices, I think that's the term that you use. These 007 devices, they belong in an action movie. They do not belong on the streets of our great city of Philadelphia. And I want to thank Councilmember Driscoll for his leadership.
Is she trying to say that they were putting like spy devices in on the cars, like trackers or cameras or something like that? Like, I'm a little confused. Like, was they saying they were pimping out cars in these garages? Is that what they're trying to say?
Please give him a round of applause. Thank you. Councilmember Ketsi Lazada, you
And I know her in person. Council member Cassie Losada, I know who she is in person. I've spoken to her in person. And that's why I'm saying, man, a lot of us need to come and speak up in these meetings. A lot of us. So she's doing her thing. But when I was reading that news article, yo, there's a catch to this, yo. That's why I said I want to react to the 1 hour and some change live. This is a 22-minute live, right? I mean, a 22-minute clip from that live. And this live is specifically talking about the 3 bills that she passed here in Philadelphia.
You have shown more courage and heart and a willingness to, in a very meaningful way, collaborate and employ the use of data-driven and research-based responses that will help us address quality of life issues in the Kensington community, of which you are no Johnny-come-lately partner. You're a resident, you're a stakeholder, you're a leader. And that's why I'm proud on today to thank Councilmember Lozada for her legislation addressing the disorder that takes place overnight in Kensington.
Now, if you go to my videos here on YouTube, I have an upload of Councilmember Lazada speaking up on one of the meetings on 2023, the end of 2023. This was like, I think, the summertime before 2024 started. So it's kind of like you will see them now. Right now, I will be recording a couple of those meetings coming up. One is on the 20th. The rest are going to be after that. I think the next meeting will be around August, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said, you're in Philly, these the meetings you need to be attending. Y'all want these laws? Y'all want these bills passed? Well, guess what? Us leaders of the community need more of y'all. And now this live right here that I have right now going, I'm not just playing it here on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. It's also playing on Facebook. It's also live on Twitter. So I'm saying, if you're in Philly, get up. And anywhere else, and like if you're in Chicago, California, y'all have these little community meetings. Do the same thing. Because you, the people, we, the people, are the ones that could change these bills and these laws. But we're not going up to these mayors, senators, or judges, police commissioners, and stuff like that. We're not talking to them. We're not speaking to them. We're not asking them or demanding what we want. Like, we really not. Let's be real about this.
Some people, even those who intend to do good, get the luxury of coming in to do whatever it is that they decide that they want to do, even when it's good work. But some people get the ability to leave. And they don't think about the quality of life of the people who live there on a daily basis. So gone are the days when you can fuel disorder in Kensington by operating your business into the wee hours of the morning. We will not allow nuisance businesses to remain open all day and all night to prey on people with substance use disorder, suffering with addiction. Gone are the days when responsible business owners, and we have some beard winners there who are trying to operate restaurants and others who immediately come to mind, clean up after nuisance businesses that have operated all night so they can do what they do to conduct business. I've been very clear that this administration will use every tool in the toolbox to tackle the disorder that we have seen in Kensington. I want to commend also Council Member Lozada and members Harity, Driscoll, and Squilla for forming. They are the heartbeat of the Kensington caucus in the City Council of Philadelphia. And I want to thank each and every one of them for their diligence and partnership on this issue. Finally, I want to say this, and this is about all of the bills, all three of them. We are not going to tolerate chaos and disorder in our city, period. We will restore a sense of order and public safety to our city of Philadelphia. And although I'm the mayor of our city, I need you to know, Philadelphia, I can't do it alone. I can only do it in partnership with the brave men and women you see behind me, who in a very meticulous manner work extremely hard to craft legislative policies that we can enact here in our city of Philadelphia and sign into law that will govern how we.
Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this because this is politics, or, because it doesn't draw their interest. But at the end of the day, right, these bills and these laws that they're passing, we have to be a part of. Do we agree with them? Do we not agree with them? Why we don't agree with them? Why we do agree with them? What laws do we think should be put in, and what laws should be put in next? Like, what is we doing as we the people? And I'm saying it because, like I said, I attend these meetings. I got one coming up next. I got one coming up soon. Like, and it's crazy. As boring as these meetings are, we need to attend them as villages, as communities. Y'all may not like what I'm saying right now, but at the end of the day, y'all so worried about the president when these are the people right here that actually get these laws passed. Now, this is the mayor of my city. I don't know who the mayor of your city is, but those are the people that y'all need to go to and talk and demand.
We do business here in the city of Philadelphia. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Council Member Young, I want to thank you for your presence, and to say that in essence, and I don't know about you, I think about this as intergovernmental cooperation. The executive of the city of Philadelphia is standing here in partnership with members of the legislative branch who have each led in their individual respective rights. And today we just gonna sign on a dotted line and make it all official. This is what we need to.
Now she's standing next to members of the legislative team. Now, who should we be talking to? President Trump, President Biden, or the mayors, the senators, the judges, and the police enforcers of our cities? Which one do y'all think? Me, personally, them. Those are the ones I'm talking to.
move our city forward. So I'm going to sit here. I think I have some specific instructions about which pen to use, where, but we're going to make sure we get that done now. Can you all come and join me over here? The first bill that we are going to sign is Council Member Jones's bill. It's a bill number 240010-A. Okay.
Now, if you're in Philly, I suggest you go research and go look up what that bill is. Because trust and believe, I did. And I'm not saying that everything is bad. I'm just saying that certain bills that got passed, there's a little catch to it. But shout out to Cheryl Parker because she is doing her thing. She is cleaning these streets. The only thing I don't like about this is that she is going to actually get done what a lot of us fought for not to happen. Like, yo, we didn't want these secret safe houses. These little clinics that y'all trying to put up and build and, raise funds for, they're not needed. Yes, clean the streets of Kensington. Yes, clean every park out here. Yes, deal with the traffic. Yes, deal with everything else. But here's my thing, right? If we're trying to get rid of the addicts, why are we supplying them with more drugs and more instruments to get high with? More tools to get high with. Y'all basically giving them it for free. If they already shout out and they're doing these things right here in our hoods, they're not just in Kensington no more. These addicts have moved from the hood, from Kensington, from under the bridge, all the way over here to the parks. And they're not just hitting our parks right here in the hood. Guess what? They're going to the nicer side too. The nicer side where, the rich people live, where they consider themselves rich. They're going over there too and destroying the parks. Like, these safe houses, I don't see the point of it. I don't see the point of, like, for example, right? They'll sit here and they'll detox an addict. Like, for example, somebody is going through heroin, right? And they'll give them methadone. I don't agree with that. You want to know why? Because y'all giving them one drug to cover up another drug. It's like a band-aid to heal the wound for 1 second. And what's crazy is a lot of these people become more addicted. Now they're addicted to the methadone. Now you see them out here with these strips and all this stuff going on. Like, come on, man. Let's make it make sense. Y'all not helping on that part. I really do not agree with these safe houses. And it's crazy that people have fought, have protested to not get this done. And that's the only thing I don't agree with you, Mayor Cheryl Parker. Like, damn. And I'm going to say it when I go up to this community meeting. Because, like, y'all getting us by sitting here, okay, y'all passing these bills, y'all passing these laws, right? Now we got we got support with the housing, we got support with all these other things. We're cleaning out the streets, we're doing everything we asked for, yeah. But here's the catch. Y'all putting up these secret safe houses. Like, yo, like, you gotta really read the fine print to all this. That's the messed up part about it. More addicts are going to be created in the process. What is we really cleaning? Blessings, EJ. Dang, I didn't even notice you was in the chat. Blessings, how you doing? I know I gotta go see you live when you go live, so I'm gonna go show some support when I'm done my live. If you go live, because sometimes we like you'll be thinking EJ live, but he not. I'm gonna be cyber kicking him. Let me stop because I got a whole I got a whole strike for tagging you one day talking about I'm a cyber kick you. So let me hold up. I gotta back up for that. Since I said I'm a cyber kick the man. Hold up. Let me avoid another strike. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission from the copyright holder for purposes such as criticism, parody, news reporting, research, and scholarships and teaching. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this video or any video, including the Writers for Life Brings You to Let's Talk About It podcast, do not reflects on the opinions of your shorty Racheal and the members of the Writer for Life podcast. Everything we talk about is allegedly and is our opinion. Our videos are not recommended for minors. Everything we talk about and do is meant for educational purposes and also entertainment. Please keep in mind that the majority of our videos are for educational purposes only. This world is crazy. I would say shady. Ironic, right? Nowadays, you can't trust no one. When you do, niggas be having their panties all in a bunch, thinking that they own one. Saying the things that you accomplished in life is theirs and that you owe them one. Shit, that's some facts. Nowadays, your friends turn into your enemies and your family members are your biggest haters, yo. I gotta download the full audio on that, John, because I got the full track. But oh snap. Blesses Commander Alpha Turkey. Alpha Turkey. I hate when I can't pronounce something. But like I was saying, like our focus should not be on these presidents. Our focus should be on the mayors, the senators, the judges. Yo, because guess who passes the bills and the laws is them. Biden, Trump, anybody that comes into office, right? All they got to do is just say, I approve of this. I don't approve of this. That's it. But on some real shit, these people right here, this lady right here, she's the mayor of my city. I don't know who the mayor of your city is, but these the people that we as the people need to be talking to. Hey, but listen, tell me if I'm wrong. If you feel another way, like, listen, this is my opinion. This is how I feel. This is what I think from me doing research, from me going, doing this footwork, from me going to these meetings, from me going talking to these people. I've actually talked to these people. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't know. The people focused on the president while I'm focused over here on these people that are passing these laws.
I want you to hold that for me, if you will.
Sign the first bill.
The next one, wait a minute, is Driscoll's. And this is bill number 240089-A.
That's the second bill. And if you go back on my live, you will hear her talk about it. And if you want to hear the full video, what she says, y'all can Google it.
The final one is Lozada.
Shout out to Cassie Lozada. Shout out to Cassie Lozada, yo. Like I said, I know her in person.
Cooperation and planning looks like.
Oh, she took a picture. All right, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because they just taking pictures. She's posing right now.
Philadelphia, is that we're one thing that I respect a great. I'm sorry, repeat it. The one thing that I respect a great deal about the city of Philadelphia is that we're a city of neighborhoods. And when it comes to addressing quality of life issues in some instances, like a curfew, I think that needs to be decided on a neighborhood by neighborhood basis.
Yeah, I think we should have a neighborhood curfew, like whereas in no kids should be outside. We talked about it before, but it faded. Like, so I think more parents need to come to these meetings. Like I said, I'm doing this live, not just on YouTube. I'm doing this live on Facebook. So y'all in the hood, right? Y'all know a shorty. Y'all, I got a lot of y'all on my Facebook. These meetings are occurring. I don't get tired of saying it every time they happens, and I go live every time they happen. We need more of y'all in the community to attend these meetings.
Let me give you an example. When I was a staffer in the 9th District, even before I got elected, closed grates were a challenge on our commercial quarters, and we felt like they sent a really bad signal to people about doing business. Even if you had a grate down for security, if you were walking through.
But see, she's talking about curfews on businesses, like a business should be closed at a certain time. All right. But we should have a curfew for our kids. These kids should not be outside after a certain time. Why do we have 8, 9, 10-year-olds outside after 12 o'clock in the morning? Why are there 13, 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds vaping outside in the corners at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, that's the curfew. We need more parents. You want to know why this law was able to get passed? Because of the few of us that attended these meetings here in Philadelphia. So shout out to all those people that actually went to these meetings, fought, demanded, signed, and asked for what it was that we wanted here as a community, as a village. But that's not enough. We need more. Where the hell is y'all at? See, I can say this here on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitter. But see, when I go over there, I can't really talk like this. So, like, what's up? Where is all the people at?
We wanted you to be able to see what was, behind the grate, and say, maybe I'll come back and visit another day. In some neighborhoods, that was not something that was desired. So in this instance, as it relates to Councilwoman Lozada's bill, I think district council members representing specific regions across the city, they'll work in partnership with their business associations, community-based organizations, and decide if something similar would be appropriate for their regions.
Yep.
Mark your calendars this summer because FanDuel has something for everyone every day, like profit boosts, so you can score bigger wins in any inning. Plus,
now as you can see, like I said, unity is what's missing. Like, we need more people together, and that's the same thing I'm trying to do. Like, to get this little bill, this little something passed so that we can get cameras. Right now, we can't do it because allegedly their funds are needed for, well, the world knows. The world knows. So, we need more people. I got to get, like, in order to get these bills that we want to get passed, I'm one of them. I'm fighting for the schools. I'm fighting for our kids' rights. I need more parents. So where y'all at? Women, men, where y'all at? Shout out to all the men that have stood up. Shout out to all the women that have stood up and spoken. But we need more. I have a petition. It's right on my description box. For those of you that are in Philadelphia, anywhere, because what I'm trying to do is not just for Philadelphia. What I'm trying to pass, I want it to get passed nationwide. And it'll get passed anywhere that there's a zip code. Philadelphia, New York, California, Chicago, Washington, Atlanta, I said Florida already. Then I could just keep going, right? And our schools will have more security and more cameras. But guess what? We don't have enough parents standing up. We don't have enough grandmamas, grandpapas standing up. Not enough aunties and uncles standing up to speak up for the kids. Shout out to Kasi Lasada, because I am somebody that works with her. What I'm saying is, I go to these meetings, I talk to her, I give her ideas along with other people in our community, and this woman has done exactly what she has promised us. So shout out to Kasi Lasada for what she has passed. And like I said, like, she's working on the housing, she's working on doing all these things for our community. Shout out to Kasi Lasada. What in the world did the God say?
Thank you so very much for that question, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it for two reasons. First, you publicly affirmed that as it relates to the data, that is the quantitative research, that we are seeing a statistical reduction in the amount of crime. But I also appreciated the fact that you affirmed that that doesn't always connect with how people feel. And how people feel in our city is extremely important. So we should be doing everything that we possibly can to ensure that, one, we reduce violent crime, all crime.
And you see how she says that she's interested on how people feel, right? So, like I said, Cheryl Parker has been doing her thing, and I know that everything that she's given us, there's going to be a catch too. Like, for example, I guess that she gave us all this, and now they're making her put these secret safe houses. Boom. Okay, now they just got to build the funds. Like this is crazy. Like, okay, why won't these funds go towards a school? Not these clinics that are not needed. Go towards these schools. Teachers are underpaid. More programs. In reality, more programs into our communities. That's why I'm like, yo, it's crazy. It's hard to really give a, because it's like, all right, what she's doing is good, but the catch behind it, man.
In the city of Philadelphia, and with our ultimate goal being to eliminate it. That's the goal. But we also have to make sure that we are paying attention to how people feel in our city. We want them to feel safe when they're walking in our neighborhoods and down our streets. And I think the partnership that you've seen here today, and quite frankly, all three, the reason why we signed all of the bills together is, although they have distinct subject matters, all of them impact public safety and quality of life.
I hope she comes up to this next meeting, because I really want to ask her about these these clinics and these secret safe places and all that. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna keep calling them secret, because they're not a secret. They're safe houses, point blank, period. Safe houses. It's not a secret no more, so we can't call them secret safe houses no more. They're not a secret. It's already out there to the public. They're safe houses. I want to ask some questions about these safe houses. Why do they keep insisting on bringing them here? Philadelphia has fought over 5 years to not get over. Yeah, because I've known about it for 5 years. So Philadelphia has fought over 5 years to get these safe houses not put in place, and now they found a way to do it. Oh yeah, give them what they want, but in return we want this from you. Damn, ain't this a son of a damn if you do, damn if you don't. But what she's giving us is good. It benefits our community.
Life here in the city of Philadelphia. And I was pleased that, in fact, many, although isolated, like the gambling machines, and then they are stores, and then they are the license plate flippers, all of them are connected. And
oh snap, you gonna get the little slot machines out the stores? Oh, our old heads is gonna be mad. She just passed the bill. Wait a minute, hold up, wait, I fully just understood one of them bills. I know about the Casi Lozada bill. I already know about that. Like, snap, that gambling bill. She's talking about taking the slots out these stores and shit like that. Old heads, get ready. Y'all ain't gonna be able to go in there the first of the month and gamble, or when them welfare checks hit. Or the third of the month. Oh snap, these old heads be going in these stores playing them slots. Yo, they be hitting too, man. I'll be like, damn, can I just rub your forehead for some luck or something? Like, shit, let me rub your hand, shake your hand, like something. Rub some of that luck this way, because these old heads be hit, and they don't be hitting little either. Like, some of these old heads be coming out these stores playing them slot machines with like $500, $600, $800, and all they play is like $10 a game. I'm saying, like, damn, you hit big. I'll be putting $2, $3, and I've lost that shit. Like, give me some of your luck. Well, yo, these old heads about to be snapping out here in Philly, yo. You gonna be yo, this shit is about to get crazy.
We're going to make sure we do everything that we can to not just, substantially reduce crime as much as we possibly can, but we want to create an environment. This is what safe, clean, and green economic opportunity for all is about: making people feel safe and, quite frankly, proud. Again,
I was with her until I heard the Biden phrase. Oh man, I was with you until I heard the Biden phrase. And if people know, I don't have a president until we have a president that's for us, the people.
about walking in neighborhoods across the city of Philadelphia. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, the first thing that we needed to do was sign the bills into law here. Now that we've signed them into law, we have our police commissioner.
Now, as y'all can see, who signed this bill into law? Mayor Cheryl Parker. Did Biden sign this bill into law? Did Trump sign this bill into law? No. It was the mayor of Philadelphia who signed this bill into law. That's the whole purpose of this live today. I want y'all to realize, right, in your city, in your community, wherever you're from, right, it's not the president who's going to sign these bills into law for you. It's we, the people who ask for these things, in the mayors, the senators, and all of them get together and they approve or they disapprove. But guess what? They got a team of legislators, like she said in the beginning of this video clip, working with them together to approve these decisions.
We have Basil Miranda, who is our L&I commissioner on the building safety side, Bridget Greenwald on the quality of life enforcement side. So now the enforcement entities all come together to figure out how do we enforce the law. And this is when their work, so they've done the job, the work of getting us here. Now the Parker administration has to work to ensure that we are enforcing the laws that were passed by the legislative body. But very good question. Thank you for that. Yes. I would say to you that one, I've been very direct with the people of the city of Philadelphia in letting them know what my personal stance was on the issue of safe injection sites. And the court.
Now we get into the meat and potato. We're talking about the injection sites. Okay. I didn't hear the question, but I want to hear what you got to say.
Was on the issue of safe injection sites, and the court ruled. Justice was realized on today, and I'm sure that folks will make sure that the law is enforced. But for the city of Philadelphia, we're going to be focused on prevention, intervention, and enforcement, long-term care, treatment, and housing as it relates to the opioid crisis. That does not mean that harm reduction strategies that we do have science to affirm that they are extremely helpful. That does not.
Yo, she just proved my freaking point. Like, okay, basically y'all just buying us. Let me give you this. Let me calm y'all asses down, right? But we want this in return. You help them with their housing. You help them with, cleaning the streets out and force the cops to deal with the traffic, for less, oh my God, hit and runs and stuff like that. Like, control the gun violence, put more officers out there, stop them from being Homer Simpson and eating donuts and coffee at Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks every day, get their asses off of the bar sites every night and get them on them streets and get their job done. But in return, we want you to put these damn clinics in there for the addicts to have free needles. Like, is y'all serious? Like, we've been fighting against. Now, you know what? Instead of signing the little petition that they have every year, guess what? I think I'm going to walk with them. The protesters, I think I'm going to walk with them. I'm telling you, I'm about to go. Really though? No matter how you look at it, when you look into these clinics, it doesn't help. It hasn't helped in other cities. The statistics are there. The analytics are there. It doesn't help for crap. It makes the situation worse. That's why there are people protesting against this. Let's listen.
not mean that we don't need those as a part of the equation. But the area where the city of Philadelphia has faltered is that we've done nothing to establish the ecosystem that will comprise the medium and long term, right? And that's what we are working on now. That's the hard work. And quite frankly, because we're building that infrastructure, that's where we have the least amount of funds, the least amount of funds. So that's what we're going to be focused on. One more question. Yes, sir.
Oh, she skipped that shit real quick. She like, oh, I gotta answer this and get over it.
Well, council member, you can respond, but I want to say this. Listen, and we did this yesterday. Someone asked me, listen, after we introduced the school board nominees and we said we were sending them down to council for consideration, someone asked, well, what's the plan if council does not approve, nominees that you sent down? And I said, well, wait, I'm elected mayor. I'm not a gypsy. I can't predict the future. I don't know what will happen in the future. So I don't know about you, but the judge hasn't given me a schedule. You?
I like that answer. I just want to thank you, Madam Mayor, for being the same person elected as you were as a candidate. And to
I ain't gonna lie, yo. She went on her way to actually do what the other mayors haven't done, and what people fail to realize, right? When they want to say, "Oh, we used to have a white mayor," Philadelphia has had nothing but black mayors. Tom Wolf wasn't white. Tom Wolf was black. But this mayor right here, and it's crazy, is a woman. She has done what she said she was gonna do. But damn, the catch behind it, man. The catch behind it is these damn safe houses. They're not needed and they're not going to work.
I look forward to the 100-day plan and what your vision is. But what I can say right now today is that you talked it and now you're walking it. And I am thankful. So thank you for that.
Shout out to Mayor Cheryl Parker.
To answer your question, we don't know. And we hope that a lot of things happen, that the conversations continue, that our relationships with the state continue to try to work it out. But what this mayor and this council did today was say that after 2017, enough is enough. Let's figure it out. And we'll
after 2017,
we'll figure it out ourselves, or we'll figure it out in court.
I'm sorry, I gotta go back because I know I'm not high. Did he just say 2017? We're in 2024, sir.
Figure it out, and we'll figure it out together, or we'll figure it out ourselves, or we'll figure it out in court. After 2017, enough is enough. Continue. That our relationship.
It's at 2017. I know I'm not tripping.
Continue to try to work it out. But what this mayor and this council did today was say,
but I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna listen. 2017, enough is enough. Let's figure it out, and we'll figure it out together, or we'll figure it out ourselves, or we'll figure it out in court.
Absolutely. I think that we've not only seen it, but we've also heard it from students and families and businesses as well. They're starting to get re-energized and they want to be a part of the process. And so I think that we're in a completely different place than we were just 30 days ago. And I hope that in partnership with the administration that we're going to continue to see improvement in quality of life there.
Well, I'm hoping 30 days ago we wasn't in 2016 because I thought we was in 2024. My calendar says 6/15/2024. My time says 4:24 a.m. And I know I live in North Philadelphia. Let's continue.
There.
Councilman Harity, any comment? That's
Well,
your neighborhood you live in.
listen, everybody knows I live there, and the changes that are already happened have given so much hope to that neighborhood. The cleanliness, I mean, it's amazing how fast things get.
Yeah, I've done a good job, but Kensington isn't clean yet, y'all. All right, I was just around there. and we still have some zombies left. So either y'all gotta, put some better clips in y'all, whatever the thing y'all use, like, but y'all still gotta knock some zombies down there, all right? Before the zombies eat our neighbors and shit. Like, y'all remember that game? The zombies ate my neighbors. Yo, cause it still got some zombies, all right? Y'all still got to do some more cleaning. Guess what? But the safe houses isn't gonna help. All right, they're not gonna help. That's not the answer. So I'm definitely going to this meeting on the 20th, and I definitely got some questions to ask.
Clean when you have somebody that wants to do it. Mayor Parker made a commitment to that neighborhood, and she is not letting us down. And, as the Kensington Caucus, we're all working together. We're going to get this done, and we're going to give these people a fair opportunity. Opportunities for everyone, opportunities for all.
Yes. Wow. Thank you. Congratulations to each of you.
You know what this reminded me of? I was on Kwame Brown panel earlier, right? And there was this guy that was talking about, I don't know if he's gonna become president for real. But he was talking about becoming president and stuff like that. And he was talking about giving $1 million out, yo, on some real shit. Cheryl Parker, are we gonna give some money out, yo? I know the president isn't gonna do it, but is you gonna put like something out where man, I don't think you should. I think you should help some businesses get started. I want to ask about that. Like, how can we get, some funds to get some small businesses up and running the right way out here in this community? And I think I got an email earlier of somebody that was going to help me. I think they found a organization that could help me get some funds so that I could see how I can get the community center up and running here on my community. But I got to find another building because I know the building that I wanted is not going to be unoccupied at all. So now I got to look for another one. But I got a couple buildings in sight, yo. And if I can get approved for a couple funds, shout out for Kwame Brown. I gotta say thank you, Kwame Brown, because you did point me into the right direction. At first, I was lost and confused. I didn't want loans. I don't want no loans. I don't want them to own my idea. And it's not about the money. It's that at the end of the day, my idea is to help the youth. It benefits the youth. And I don't want it to turn into a stock. I don't want it to turn into profit for them. If any profit is going to be made, it's going to be made for these kids to start their businesses and make their dreams come true. Like, for real, like, shit, something's got to get done. That's why I say that I got one foot in politics and one foot in the streets. Because if I put both feet into politics, I'm not going to know what they want. I got my kids outside in these streets, right? And my kids got friends. And if I don't give a fuck about their friends, I don't give a fuck about my child. Because my child and their friends walk these trenches every day. They get in trouble together and they get out of trouble together. They're like little outlaws out here. Some do right, some do bad, some are just guided in the wrong path. That's why a lot of leaders are needed out here in our communities. And on that note, let's listen to what else she's got to say so that I could play the next video. And I think I'm gonna do a TikTok later on, like the TikTok videos later on, because I'm about to go see what my homie over there EJ doing.
On the leadership with the legislation, and together we don't have a magic wand, but we're doing the best thing that we can do to move our city forward. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Well done.
All right, so let me show y'all something, right? I've been talking about this for a couple days. I don't know where my men at, for real, right? I see that this is fading. I see a few men have spoke about this topic. I see that a lot of women have spoken and are still speaking on this topic. So where are our men at? Where are our mothers at, right? Because a lot of the women that have spoken on this topic, the majority of them don't have kids. Shout out to them mothers out there that have spoken on this topic, that are YouTubers, that are bloggers, that are podcasters, whatever it is that they do, they've spoken on this topic, whether they've uploaded a video or not. So shout out to everybody that has brought up the topic. I feel as though that men should be able to speak their tell their story the same way that women tell their story to bring awareness to give advice to other people and not be brought down, dragged, talked about. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. So I want to show y'all the video, and I've given my perspective. I did a whole live when this happened, like 2 days after this happened, and I've noticed that a lot of men are not speaking on this. They really not. And this doesn't mean that you're feminine if you're speaking on this. I'm dead serious. It's just that I feel as though that we've lost a lot of male role models out here, right? And a lot of these young men are being guided into the wrong direction, into the wrong path. Shout out to the moms out there that are being both mom and dad and raise their raise their sons to be young men, and from young men become men, and they do a hell of a good job out there doing this, right? But there are mothers out here that don't have that ability to be both mom and dad. There are moms out here that don't deserve to be moms, right? And what's crazy is that the boys, our men, our young men also suffer like our young girls. Our young men should be talked to and should be able to talk about if something like this happens to them. Should our young men stay quiet because they have been sexually assaulted? Should they be made fun of? Should they be downplayed because they've been sexually assaulted? Just because you're a girl, right, is the only reason why we should talk about sexual assault, huh? But not realizing that our young men also go through it. And our men. See, what y'all don't realize is that our men get, sexually assaulted too. There have been men that have had their drinks spiked. Their let's be real about it. They smoke weed or something like that. They've gotten their Dutch spiked and shit like that. So at the end of the day, like, these men get drugged up and they get raped. And what y'all don't realize is the penis is going to react. The mind can still be asleep, but the penis is going to react. I know this is a hard conversation and a lot of people don't care and they don't want to talk about it. And I've noticed it because people really, really dodge this topic. They really do. Especially when it's about a man being sexually assaulted, molested, groped. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It seems like if it happens to a man, we gotta laugh about it and downplay the man. In my opinion, I got 2 sons, and I dare a woman to do some shit like this to my son. I swear I'm turning into Griselda. And I'm gonna rock that orange suit. I'm rocking that orange suit, yo. Call me Griselda and freaking put the handcuffs on me already.
Y'all literally have
Damn.
5 minutes of feeling on them. That's OD.
Yo, man, what is good, Oku, man? It's your boy Official Mari back with another. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, reaction video. Tyson, bro, I got 4 different channels, bro. But listen, yo, so, hey, not gonna lie, bro. I know Talil was streaming last night. I did not tap in, bro. I tapped in for like 2 minutes, but I was a little busy. But, bro, I just seen him post on Instagram. Talil made a post on Instagram, explaining, apologizing to Michael, bro. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, damn, what happened? Type shit. Based off the message, it said assault. So I know she ain't put her hand on him, put them jaw on them paws on his eye type shit. But we don't know what happened. We're finna tune in right now.
No, what happened is that the young bull had a fresh sister and couldn't keep her hands to herself, celebrity or not, yo. Like, this is why you gotta be careful with your sons and these fast ass girls out there. Because listen, whether we want to talk about it or not, a lot of our young women out here, a lot of our young girls are too fast for their age, too fast for themselves. Listen, regardless of anything, man, what happened? What happened to us teaching our young ladies that they got to love themselves and respect themselves before they can even love anybody else or respect anybody else? See, that's the problem. That moral and that right there got all that got thrown down the drain. Somehow, some way, I don't know when or how, but we forgot to teach our kids a lot of things along the way. And I'm not saying everybody, I'm just speaking in general. So if the shoe fits, hey, guess what? Wear that bitch.
I'm Tyler James. I want you to know I'm always on your side, brother. I just want to see what happens.
YouTube, it's your boy Kai. It's Limitless. And we back with another one. And Tariq from Power, or his real name Michael Rainey Jr., was on the stream with the guy who's always on Continent.
Why does man look like that? Hold on, twin. So this is Tyler's sister, I'm assuming. And the title is sexually assaulted. Oh man. That boy look like he getting like hurt for real. Like he getting like molested, bro. I had to say that quietly. Hey, shout out
on some real shit. You can see it on his face. He was bothered. He was uncomfortable. Like, yo, it was crazy is right. I bring this topic a lot because a lot of these boys are feeling like this out here in our streets for real. And this is why I asked a lot of our men here on YouTube this question. Like, what would you do in this type of situation? Like, a lot of our young men are getting fed up. That's why a lot of these young men, you see them like, yo, fuck a girl up out here on the street and be like, yo, like, chill, take it easy. These girls are too fast for themselves. And guess what? All this is learned behavior. I don't get tired of saying it. I'm not going to sit here and break this shit down because we all know what the reality is. If you from the hood, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Girls out here twerking, doing all types of things to get these little boys' attention, especially the ones in the corners. And when they don't get, what they want, they'll sit here and they'll try to take it. And not giving a fuck about the consequences. Some of them know the consequences, some of them don't. But this is some real shit that's actually happening out here. And what's crazy is we're seeing it happening with a celebrity. But y'all forget that the celebrity comes, from a regular home, just like us. Hangs with regular people, just like us.
KYS Limitless, by the way, too, man, for providing us this
stream. Ty Lil, and you know what I'm saying, during the middle of the stream, Ty Lil's sister just straight up starts groping and assaulting Michael Rainey.
I don't care. We gotta go look what groping is. I kind of already know context clues, you know what I mean? But I never really heard anyone use that word. Groping. Oh, that's why they be saying groupies. Groupie.
Set of people acting together with a common interest or purpose, and especially with a larger organization.
Common interest or purpose. Wait, that's grouping. It's not fucking groping. Like, what the fuck?
That's why I'm over here like, okay.
Search blindly or uncertainly with their hands.
There you go.
She groped for her spectacles. Wow.
In the middle of the screen, she just starts grabbing his junk. And
then
you could see how uncomfortable he is, and then he ends up leaving the stream right after that.
Damn.
I've never worked, I've never did nothing. Yeah, I literally have
5
minutes of math.
It's crazy. Look how she does this in front of all these kids. Look. And when you look up and you research the young boy, right, and his family, they're used to doing things like this. The mom did a live, right? And the mom is sitting here asking the host, the person that Tariq was doing the live with, the host's friend, if he wanted to smash. Like, yo, is you serious? You sitting here on the live in front of millions of viewers asking your son's friend if you wanted to smash. And I'm not saying she was asking Tariq. This was a whole different live. Somebody sat here and broke this family's live after all this happened. I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So it kind of shows you, and in my opinion, I feel like he should press charges, but that's up to him. That's up to him and his mom.
Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
Hey, why Tariq painting his nails green? Am I tripping?
That be like, whoa. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's like, how do you even go about that situation, bro? That ain't gonna lie, bro. That my sister, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My sister gonna have to see me in 30 seconds, bro. I ain't gonna count. We in the living room. Give me 30 seconds, bro. Cause what the fuck? I got all these people watching, and I got this star in here, bro. And you want to act like this?
They set him up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I feel as though the brother already knew. I feel like they set Tariq up. Like, that's why I say, like, Michael Rainey. That's why I say he should, not how can I say, not sue, press charges. She should go to jail for this. Fuck a lawsuit. He should press charges. Because if it was the other way around, Michael Rainey Jr. would be in handcuffs. He would be in handcuffs, facing the judge, or probably in jail already. Man, come on, let's be real about this, yo. That's why I say that I fight for my sons the way that I do, because out here, these girls be like that. Like, I'm tired of seeing it out here. My son tells me he don't want to be with any of these girls out here. They are too fast. All they want to do is, if you got money in your pocket, little ass girls worrying about if a teenager got money in his pocket, if he's working, if he's got a package in his pants. Like, is you serious? Hey, but it's learned behavior. We don't want to talk about this, right? What can we do, right, to change this? And I feel as though that a lot of parents are not talking to their kids. As men, if y'all was in Michael Rainey Jr.'s situation, what would y'all do?
If she was down in the dog, see what's going on too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit hurt me to my stomach, bro. I know Tyler felt that shit, bro. Damn. But what he looking like that too, like me personally in that situation, I probably would have reacted like chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, alert Tyler. That boy feel like,
because he froze up. He didn't know what to do. Like, that shit happened out of nowhere. And then, you know what's crazy? Look at the bull next to him, just looking, and not like the bull not even saying nothing. He's just looking.
She grabbing it a little too hard. Like, she squeeze. Like, bro, like, why he looking like that? Like,
5 minutes. You have much 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. No, they've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked at y'all.
He left. Oh, he laughing with his dog. See, when your dog, that's how it be when your dog peep from the other room, from the other side of the room. His dog sees everything. But he laughing about it, though.
Because he don't know what the fuck to do. Like, he was shocked. He froze. I was like, oh shit, he laughing. Yeah, he gonna laugh that shit off.
Shut the fuck up.
He like, what the fuck just happened? Obviously, like, wait. See?
Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts, the energy shifted, and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of shit really made me feel away. Because one, when people come, this is your crib.
Down, them boys up and slid.
Because one, when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because I was trying to ignore it. Y'all dick riders was spamming it. That shit really got me really feeling away, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. Like, even when I first started being my first.
I ain't gonna lie, I know that's a feeling, bro. You bring these guests on, then they end up leaving.
So my whole dude, the whole thing is, that's why a lot of people, this is going viral on TikTok, right? You be around celebrities all day, so your sister couldn't control herself. Your mom just lets her get away with this. You as her brother couldn't, you know, sit here and like, yo, you wrong, sis, for doing what you're doing. And that's what I was saying before when I did my first live. He made a whole excuse and then doubled down on it. I mean, he didn't double down on it. He made a whole excuse. Then he sat here and apologized. My bad.
Even like midstream because of a situation like that, bro. I know that shit hit.
Don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo, like nothing crazy. Like I'd be like, yo, like I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really matter to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she started. You feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister.
That's an excuse.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I feel him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, celebrities, bro, you gotta really treat it like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
we
a whole
human,
excuse.
You know what I'm saying? They just, you know, achieve something, you know, at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? But we all still human. But I ain't
behaving like that makes you thirsty. That's embarrassing. Like, no. That's showing that you have no respect for yourself or anybody else. No, that's an excuse. She shouldn't have did that.
Talil, like I said, bro, I'm with you, bro. But if she acting like a fan, that's one thing. Like, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Or I'm with Michael Rain, you know what I'm saying? But feeling on him, that's OD.
Yeah, like he fucked up.
Feeling on him is crazy, bro. Man, I hope he got smoked with me after this, bro. Nah, you don't even know me, bro. I'm a nobody, bro. But right now. But I'm saying though, like feeling on him is crazy though. And you gotta keep it real. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was at Castanet house. Now, if my sister was walking and feel Kevin Hart, feel on my mom. Let's say my mom was. That's OD, bro. That's not acting like, oh, you know, there's a celebrity here. I never seen him before. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy, bro.
She overdoing it.
Saying the bad about him, I tell her, you don't gotta be on it. We all the same. We all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday.
So let me know what you think in the comment box. I mean, just imagine if the roles was reversed and that was a dude sitting up there grabbing a girl by her stuff.
For real.
Let me know what you think. And before people be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not, you know, it's not assault if he likes it. It's not this and that. But you know what I mean?
His face, though. He
was clearly uncomfortable by the whole.
His face alone, exactly. His face alone shows you that he was uncomfortable. Like, what would make her like do that? What made her think that it was cool? Like, do you even know if he has a girl, if he has a fiance? You know, Michael Rainey Jr. is 23 years old. Like, we don't know. Like, and then to top it off, like, damn, his mom saw this shit too. Like, yo, I will beat the girl. Man, you know what? Let me be quiet. Because I keep telling y'all, man, I'll turn into Griselda Blanco. Give me that orange suit. Put them handcuffs on me. I already know where I'm going. I don't know what y'all opinion is, how y'all feeling, what y'all think about this. But like I said, I want to hear more men's opinion about this stuff. Is it okay for a man to get sexually assaulted and not be able to talk about it? Should a man get downplayed for being sexually assaulted? Like, to me, I don't agree with this. As a mother of 2 boys, nah. Why should I care more about my daughter than my sons? Same thing that happens to girls happens to boys. More awareness should be brought about this. Our men should not be put down. Our men should not be downplayed, made fun of, turned into a meme whenever a story like this surfaces. If anything, they should be listened to, and we should bring awareness to the situation the same way we do for women and young girls. I don't know what y'all think about this and how y'all feel, but let us shorty know what y'all think. You know, because I'm about to end this live. And like I said, I'm going to do the TikTok John later. Let me know what y'all think. Like, this was an open panel, but I'm about to end this, John. It's crazy out here, y'all. Like, common sense doesn't make common sense no more, and logic is not logic, yo. Why did it do that? So until next time, y'all. This y'all shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble day. And I'll see you on y'all next live. I mean, on my next live. Tired of shit.
100,000 lives with dental implants.